Radio, Lee Honish, Andrew Labachie, bringing you the wonderful world of boxing as you see in still photos on the screen, which will probably keep me out of YouTube jail. Don't you think, Andrew? It's not like really watching the fight on. If they consider that live video, then they're out of their minds, although it is showing it from their side. So who knows? Probably get blackballed for this video on either YouTube or somewhere else. Story of my life, but I'm not going to keep it up too long. I'll just check in with it. Andrew, how you doing?
Very good.
So this is yeah, go ahead.
It's been a lazy day out here. Very wet and cold in Northern California.
You realize you and I are complaining about rain while the rest of the country is in legitimate hell.
Yes, I understand. It's still cold.
Still cold doesn't even say it all.
68 degrees, Lee, I don't like.
Yeah, it's I get that. I mean, it's hardcore. I mean, it's hardcore everywhere else, but for you and I, a little bit of rain is it's just ridiculous. It's like we're complaining about rain in 68 degrees. That's the truth. Now, mind you, I just drove in what amounts to a monsoon in the wonderful world of California. So I haven't seen rain like that since I was in Florida. That would be the only thing I could compare it to.
Yeah, I literally think like that everywhere else is going through the day after tomorrow right now. You remember that movie when
yes.
That's what I feel like the rest of America is going through, but still a little lazy day over here.
Well, hi, everyone. If you're listening to this, there's live video. All you got to do is open up a browser and type in FNR.ROCKS. That'll take you to our Facebook page. As you can see, we don't have too many views. We don't have too many followers yet. Why? We haven't posted that much content yet. Unlike our Pac Broner show that did remarkably well for some ridiculous reason. I would highly recommend, because this is part 2 of kind of 2 episodes. There is a part 1. It's just Bobby's rant. I just wanted to put it out there by itself because Bobby's rant was so incredibly epic. Andrew hasn't heard it, so I wanted to just set it aside and put it somewhere else. I didn't want it to cloud your decisions when it comes time to how to bet this fight, Andrew.
What did he go with? I guess I got to hear later.
I actually gave you all of his picks on your cell phone.
Oh, okay. So all those coming in? Yes, sir.
He wanted nothing but prop bets. And I'm actually going to go live on my BetUS account live and record this. I'm going to place my bet while we're doing this show. I've already kind of made up my mind the way I'm going to bet it. But, you could sway me here, Andrew. There's a couple $100 in play because really, truthfully, I'm never going to see any of that online money. And let me explain why. I'm not saying BetUS or Bovada don't pay off. I'm sure they do. I don't want to be sued by some Argentinian company. But if the money comes back, it comes back via a credit card. Do you think I'm going to see a dime of that money?
And don't you have to jump through loops to get it?
No, you just request it and it gets credited back to your credit card or sent to you via PayPal. But I mean,
I remember back in the day, they used to send out checks that you had to go to like overseas banks to try to cash.
Oh, no, it used to be that harsh.
Yeah,
it was pretty epic previously. So let's check back in with the fight on the small screen. Shout out to ESPN. And if you guys really think that I'm stealing your image to replay it here, you guys are nuts. I can only show step by step because I'm using the GoToWebinar app, but I can keep it going on my upper screen and drag it down every once in a while and keep an eye on it. So, Andrew, do you want to talk a little boxing news first, since everybody got a taste of betting on the Super Bowl already?
Yes, wherever you want to go, Lee.
All right, because we're not doing our normal Sunday show, because if you haven't figured it out, it's the Super Bowl, and I stayed home because of my diet, Andrew. I'm gonna call it right now. I know there might be first-time listeners, people who don't know beyond the regulars, but I've been on a pretty aggressive diet for the last 30 days or so. So I have decided that I am not going to go to Vegas because I can't trust myself around the food. Like, it's almost like drugs. I can handle drugs and alcohol, can't handle food. I can't physically do that. Like I can't. If I go to Vegas, I'm going to piss away my diet. And I've spent a lot of time on it. So I'm staying home. I'm going to bet online. I'm going to, for the first time, not be in Vegas in 20 Super Bowls or something ridiculous, Andrew. It's a pretty long streak. What are you serving for Super Bowl Sunday? And shout out to Javier Jurado, who just joined our chat room. I'm expecting Kelly King and Josel, some of our FNR regulars. How can you guys get on one of these live calls? Well, all you got to do is you look on the screen is type in fightnetradio.com, and that will take you to a Facebook page. That's our Facebook page. It's pretty simple. It's pretty painless, actually. On that FightNet Radio page, I'm running so much video and equipment on my screen, the internet's slowing down. You can just scroll down, click on the Learn More button, you'll get the shows. But we have chat rooms, and at the top of our page is a link. This is why I'm kind of stunned by one of our regulars saying, where's the link to go to this, Andrew, for them? It's literally right here posted to the top of the page. Like I can't physically put it in a better place. So you can just click on it, be a part of the show. You can be here live, just like Javier, just like Kelly King, just like Cosell. Well, two of them are still trying to figure out how to get in here. Kudos to Javier for being on time and figuring it out. Andrew, what are you serving tomorrow? I just want to, since I just went to the market and bought all things meat, share with me your Super Bowl Sunday.
You know what? We haven't put a menu together yet, Lee. I don't know what I'm doing. It's been a very not that exciting of a matchup this year, I guess, in the family over here. So no one's really talked about throwing a Super Bowl party or anything like that. That's something me and Chris are going to just have to put together if it's just the family. So no, I don't have a menu yet. And it's raining, Lee, so I don't know really what there is, but either us ordering or Christina cooking something.
Is it going to wind up being pizza? I feel pizza in the air.
My family does love pizza, and my lady is pregnant, so it could very well be that. Yes, sir.
How did Kelly King get into this room with nothing more than a Kelly and an emoji? Like, that is so fly. He's got a Kelly and then a crown.
I don't see him.
Yeah, he's one of the attendees now. That's epically fly. If you click on the attendee tab, you'll see him. And the question bar is open for you guys if you guys want to write in questions or contribute. Okay. The first bit of news, and we'll do football news first, Andrew. As you guys can see from our FightNet Radio page, I'm making fun of the pass interference call. It is official at this moment, Andrew. It wasn't pass interference.
Oh,
ask me why.
Why, Lee?
The ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, sure.
It was.
No, it wasn't. I've watched that video so many times. That ball is never touched.
Go back. It was touched.
No, it wasn't. You're talking about maybe the field goal, maybe the blocked field goal by Chicago earlier in the playoffs, but no, not on that play. One of the worst calls I've ever seen.
Hater. You should have just went, Lee's happy wherever he is. I'm actually wearing my Rams shirt right now.
Be happy tomorrow, bro.
Here you guys go. Here you guys go. I'll give you the quick video shot. We're just running too much video. Wait. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
He's ready.
No, I've got a jersey.
Dude, all of LA is turned on right now. Did you see? I mean, it's crazy.
I'm trying to be cool about it because I get it. I mean, I literally get it.
It's exactly what I wanted, Lee. You know that. You know it's exactly what I wanted.
I'm actually cool with it. What bothers me is the amount of money that it has literally made the seat prices go up for the new stadium. It's brutal. It's epically brutal at this moment. But we will talk more football later. I just wanted to share that because I knew it would set Andrew off. Shout out to Kelly King, who is checking out with us. Let's start with boxing news. Everybody asks, and this is why I do the live stream, how do you and Andrew do the news? Well, normally I go to my email and there's this big epic script based on what Andrew really wants to talk about. The secret to this show, for those of you that are boxing regulars, has nothing to do with me. It has to do with Andrew picking out stories that are relevant to all of you guys as fans. Because mostly I know that most fights are shit, which is really kind of one of the premises of this show, is having somebody so passionately in love with boxing like Andrew, and somebody like me who is so cynical it's almost frightening. So this is the other big move that we always do. And shout out to boxingscene.com. You guys want to stay up to date. I don't know how you don't click and follow these guys. Really, literally, it makes no sense to me, Andrew, why everybody who has a Facebook or a Twitter feed is not following them. And then just get the updates in your timeline. That's what makes us look great. We just repost. And then Andrew has a comment, and then I say something shitty. I mean, it's a simple formula to fight net radio. And those of you waiting to hear our epic bets, let me just say this. In 30 Super Bowls, I can't remember a Super Bowl I didn't make money. And the bet I've got, Andrew, is pretty epic. Plus 275, and it's about as good a bet as I think you can make.
All right.
All right, coming up. So here's how we normally do it when Andrew doesn't write a script. That means I scroll through the posts of the last couple of days and try to give you guys an update. No, we don't have a Kovalev update if you're listening to this on Sunday because it hasn't started. Hence why I keep dropping back into the ESPN telecast. Let's start off with Teofimo Lopez, to you and Javier and Kelly and everybody who's here. He has made the news all week, Andrew. I'm just fascinated with him. With his whole I feel like a champ without a title bullshit that he's doing. And I'm just going to double check because it's in the first line, right? He is still just 11-0 with 9 KOs, right?
Yes, sir. Are you saying he's a little too confidently?
Why am I looking at him why am I looking at him all week? I mean,
well, definitely he got prospect of the year last year, in boxing. So he's hot right now. He's under Top Rank. We know how Top Rank pushes these guys up. They've got a lot of connects like this, so they can make a star overnight. My thing is, do you really want someone who's 11-0 saying he already feels like the champ? Hopefully he stays humble. He stays hungry. Don't turn into who's a young man we just seen last week put in a
right? Him.
Keith Thurman. Once you start talking, I'm this, I'm that, sometimes the fire just isn't burning as hard as it was before. So I don't like the comment, but I am very interested. Tonight, we will see where Teofimo Lopez is going up against Diego Magdaleno. That is a good gatekeeper. He's a good contender, world title contender. So I like this fight. This is actually, for me, this is the fight of the night because of how, like you said, how much Teofimo Lopez is getting looked at as one of the new rising stars.
Literally, he was all over the news this week. And I get that he fights tonight, and I get that they stepped up the press on it. But he's going to go into the ring with the guy that's going to take him a legit 12 rounds. Okay, I'm not a big Diego Magdaleno fan, all right? That's not what I'm here to give love about. And I'm not here to even shit on Teofimo Lopez, right? You're going to go against a guy who's literally fought 3 times as many guys as you. Like, literally. I mean, he can't. I get that Bob cherry-picked this fight to make him look great, but I also realize Bob is smart enough to give him, a journeyman that'll take him deep water.
Oh, that's what we're gonna see. Yeah, I don't know who he.
Based on the photos, nobody's in Frisco yet.
Oh, they never are. Yeah, they never are for these fights. These are usually showcase fights in the beginning. This one's actually been pretty competitive here. The Russian isn't just walking him down. Dave's staying behind a good game plan here. He's been boxing the whole time.
We were talking about it before we started. And wait, we have somebody from ringside.
Andrew.
How's it going, Bob? You're already ringside, huh? You got there early.
Yeah. I'm just calling it. These little bastards fight really hard for a green card, don't they?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
I mean, really. I mean, I'd really consider, doing it with women, but I think that's illegal. If you do it with boxers, it apparently is legal.
I got nothing.
Bob is in the house, Kelly King.
I
There you go.
got nothing.
And I don't know if Oscar's in the house yet, because Oscar's a lot harder, and I feel dirty and slightly racist when I do Oscar. Bob's the only one you can do because nobody cares. I can't do Al Heyman. I can't do Mayweather. I can't do any of those because I'm white and hashtag Me Too, hashtag somebody's life matters. And to be perfectly honest, nobody gives a shit about Bob, and I can goof on him all day. Plus, he's so near death. Who cares, really? I mean, let's be brutally honest. I mean, he's 180 years old. Okay, that's Teofimo Lopez. He's going on later tonight. Big shout out to the ESPN Plus app that everybody who's watching this is probably overpaying for. Let's talk about the heavyweight saga for a brief moment. That's been going on this week as well. Recent post by Boxing Scene. Dillian White says now the Joshua fight is dead. Just as of 3 hours ago, it's 5:23 Pacific time. So sometime on Saturday today, this fight was officially ruled dead, Andrew. Get it? I mean, all week, this was the fight they were making.
Yes, and then at the very end, it seems the PBC offered Dillian White a game plan that is much...
There we go.
What happened?
No, I meant the BBC.
Yes.
This would be where I insert my Al Heyman.
Well, I mean, let me tell you, Lee, look at who they have them fighting first for the PBC. It's the WBC mandatory, who's been mandatory for years, Dominic Brazil. Lot easier opponent than Anthony Joshua, who you've already been stopped by once. They were only offering him $4 million, and I know I say that like it sounds like it's not good money. It is great money for a fighter like Dillian White, but he didn't want it. He gets to fight Dominic Brazil. He will be the favorite going into that fight. Then you lines him up for obviously the Deontay Wilder fight after that. So the path to more money was a little bit easier on the PBC side. It always is.
Yeah, but that's the bullshit of boxing, right?
I know.
Now we're officially in the official bullshit. You have a chance to beat the man, right? We can all dance around this and say that the lineal...
Well, Lee, this is why we need to get on Dillian White, though, correct? Everyone should be pulling Dillian White's card right now. We know what he's doing here.
He's taking a money play.
That's what it seems like to me. You know, $4 million to fight the undisputed champ. That used to be big in boxing, right? Guys like Dillian White used to cry about moments like these phone calls that they would get. $4 million and a shot at the undisputed heavyweight champion. Nah, I'll pass. I'm going to go fight this fucking paper champ that everyone clearly says is delusional, didn't win his last fight. You know, the lesser of the three opponents. I'm going to go with that company. We've been saying it for a long time.
Look, and that's the PBC really stands for, right? Make fighters more money without fighting. I mean, that's what those three letters stand for. Now, they might mean Premier Boxing Champions, but the reality, PBC actually translates from whatever fucking language they speak at the PBC to
it's really
you don't have to fight. We're going to give you money. That's all there is to it. We're just going to milk the general audience who's too stupid to know that they're not getting real championship fights.
Yeah, no, I mean, Lee, this is make Al more money. You see, with his, if Dillian White is already, let's say he is worth $4 million, so PBC will pay him 5 or 6, right? They always overpay. And they're going to pay Deontay or Brazil another 2 to 3, or at least Brazil will get 2 to 3 million. And Al Heyman will take a cut out of both and send them both down the river. He's constantly double ending these deals. We don't know what money he's making on the back end of these contracts. We know he's paying his fighters good on paper, but we don't know what a percentage that they're taking from them after the fight. So we won't know this. Like I said, Lee, many years, we will not know until these guys aren't making money anymore and they start going, hey, wait a minute, I made so much money in my career. Why don't I have it right now? Oh, you don't remember he was taking 25, 30% from you after every fight? Like, we're going to hear these stories come out. But yes, it seems Dillian White has punked out of the sport of boxing. He would like to be an entertainer and just fight bums for $1 million on the PBC.
There you go.
That's all the PBC is. It's entertainment. They've told us before they're not looking to make
right. No. Hey, look. What's his name? The kid from the Rocky movie, right?
I mean, Lee, seriously.
The heavyweight. Even he said it during his prime that, nobody's here. Nobody cares whether or not I fight for the title. They care to see me fight. They care about the entertainment. I get it. I'm not stupid, but it's still shitty.
Well, it's shitty for us fans. It's not dumb for these guys, right? Hopefully they're doing good with their little $1 million payouts and they won't go broke. But when you live like Adrian Broner, when you're trying to live like Floyd Mayweather and you're only making $1 million, not $120 million a fight, you will be broke. A lot of these guys are going to end up bankrupt because of the way they're spending their money right now. And they haven't tapped out. None of these guys have tapped out on pay-per-view yet. All the undefeated stars that Mr. Al Heyman got, none of them have tapped out in the market of boxing so far under him. Yes, they've been paid good. Yes, you could say that, oh, man, he made $2 million to fight that guy. Wow, that's awesome. That's not Floyd Mayweather money. And I thought that's why you signed with Al Heyman, because he made Floyd Mayweather, so you thought you were going to be the next Floyd? When the fuck's he coming? Dillian White is not the next Floyd Mayweather. Dillian White punked out of the Anthony Joshua fight, went over to hide behind Al Heyman's skirt now.
Andrew,
I mean,
check it out.
Lee, hold on. Let me get this out real fast, Bob. This guy was hot, right? It's the hottest in his career. He had probably the knockout of the year, one of the best knockouts at the end of the year. That's what you want to follow it up with. Dominic Breazeale.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. Look, he's the heavyweight Jesse Vargas. I mean, that's what he's going to become. Everybody should look at one roadmap. I'm in Monterey Park buying Chevys for my family. That's the kind of money I'm getting from the PBC. I mean, that's the game. That's the game. They all want the bling. They all want the cash. They all want to travel all over the world. And they don't really want to fight. And hey, don't get me wrong. Fighting sucks. Boxing is a hard sport. You should cash in. I'm not saying that. But doesn't anybody want to step up and be the champion?
Yeah. No, aren't we prize fighters? Yes, you want the biggest money, but I thought you were supposed to be out there to prove you're the best in the world.
Right.
That was the drive getting in.
That just doesn't happen.
Not anymore. Not anymore. Now everything's about ticket sales, how much you're going to give. And I understand all that, people. Don't get me wrong. But we know what the PBC is doing, that we can't be stupid at this anymore. They are not looking to fight. Like Lee's been shoving it down my damn throat. They are not looking to fight anyone else. They want to keep it in their own stable. They're giving us fights that we do not want to see. Matchups that are, they're good, right? Yeah, it's a decent matchup. Broner Pacquiao, decent matchup. But not the actual matchup we wanted to see. It's always and it's been like that since Floyd. Sorry, he did the same thing with Floyd Mayweather. We bought it, we ate it, and now that we have a whole generation of guys wanting to be just like Floyd Mayweather.
Tonight, Sergey Kovalev is fighting that dude that beat him. I mean, everybody seems to beat him right now, but I'm just being a dick about it. So Alvarez Kovalev is later on.
Alvarez, yeah.
Yeah, it's at midnight East Coast time, which is inconceivable, Andrew.
I didn't even believe you when you told me that.
I had to fucking look at I went to Frisco, Texas, to the actual event page because I couldn't believe it. Like I actually got on Siri and said, "Hey, what's the time difference? Because maybe I'm just a moron and I don't get it." But dude, they just started boxing 30 minutes ago or so? I mean, let's be realistic. That's a long night of boxing. Andre Ward is going to be ringside for ESPN later on this evening. And do you suspect if Kovalev pulls this out of his ass? I don't think Alvarez is enough to get him out of retirement. But if Kovalev wins the rematch, and he'd have to win decisively, or there's going to be a third fight, what are the odds in your mind of Andre Ward doing the Yeah, I want some of that.
Not high at all. I don't think Andre wants to fight under ESPN. I think if he comes back, it's going to be with Dazin.
Well, no, I mean fighting Kovalev or
no, but he's not. No, it's not enough money right now. Dazin
You think he wants the Dazin cash?
Yes. Lee, 2 fights, $45 million for Triple G. Are you serious right now? Andre ain't never seen this money, and you know damn well they'll give it to him as soon as he comes out of retirement. If Andre Ward can make a catch weight between super middleweight and light heavyweight, Dazin's backing up the truck, you guys. Believe me, that is a big face they can bring to their network and seriously have Triple G and Canelo and Andre Ward floating around each other. Then you got Ward with the possibility of going to back to light heavyweight and trying to dethrone that monster that just took Stevenson's title.
Or he could go to cruiserweight and make the Usyk fight, and that would be literally the greatest fight of all time. Possibly.
But I think Dazin would ask if they could keep him at 168, between 168 and 172 first, correct? Or 75, excuse me.
You know what? Andre Ward's an interesting cat. He does want to be the best ever. I think he knows his record. Sir. I think he knows his place. And I think this dude wants the biggest, baddest dude out there that's at least close enough to his weight that it doesn't screw with him too much. And I think you go up and you get Usyk to come down and you figure out, a catch weight. Dude, that would be epic. If
all of these fights are epic. Every matchup we just said would be great for Dazin, would be great for both fighters.
It'd be great for boxing.
This is a game changer. 2 fights, $45 million for Triple G. I'm telling you, when the fighters start seeing the kind of money that Dazin is throwing out, Triple G is not a big ticket seller. Hello, everyone wake up. Triple G may sell great tickets in America. We've never heard of him breaking records, but his appeal over the internet, the global eyes that are attracted to this man, now he's going to be making $20+ million a fight. This is something in the future everyone's going to want to get into the streaming money. This is why Bob was talking about Showtime. HBO was out. Showtime's going to follow. They cannot keep up with the money that the Dazin streaming app is making and is able to pay these athletes.
Andrew.
Yes, sir.
Are you trying to say I'm a genius?
Yes, you are. And you also need to start tapping into Dazin a little bit more. Love ESPN to death, but I don't know how far the ESPN app is going to be able to go.
You want me to tell you the actual ESPN deal? You're not going to believe it.
Go ahead.
You want to know what it is?
Yes, sir.
All right. By the way, hi, everybody. I'm Bob. Maybe you don't know me. I own Top Rank. Well, I mean, my name's on the paper. I just spend the money. All right. So here was the deal, Andrew. I just took the deal so that I got one of those Disney Platinum passes. I think those things are about $1 million a piece, so I could go to any of the Disney parks around the world. And I got one for my mistress. She's, 18, so she still finds it to be a lot of fun. Are you watching this fucking fight? I think my Russian's going to lose.
You know what? Day was pulling out at the end. I did see that. He was coming with some strong combos. The boxing paid off. We will see, Bob.
Everybody keep a close eye on the screen. You'll see me with a cell phone sitting in the front row watching this thing.
This guy's scared. He's on the plane back. He knows it. Look, he knows he's gone. He will not be in America. He loses this fight. Look at the nerves on that kid.
Really, literally, I'm going to put a bullet in his chest.
Day one. Yeah. I thought he outboxed him. Wow. Took his undefeated record there.
It's unbelievable. I hate to send the kid back. He's got a really good story.
Yeah,
he's got a dead mother. And his family really needs the money. I'm going to really hate to send him off to the kennel. That's where we send him. Put him in a kennel, see if they get picked up. Somebody buys their contract. Somebody stupid like PVC. But it's fucking worthless to me now. I just wanted to share that with you. I'm going to go talk to the fighter and explain to him he's going to leave the country. And all the money I'm going to send him, he's not going to get. I mean, to be perfectly honest. Maybe see my 18-year-old girlfriend. She's very excited. We're going to Disney this weekend, Andrew.
Very good.
There you go. That was for Javier and Kelly King. That was a requested piece, by the way. Javier agreed with some of your comments, Andrew. I mean, you're on a roll today.
I can't see anything.
It would be in the question bar. I feel like I need to do a tutorial on GoToWebinar for you.
Oh, show answered questions. It's checked. I don't see shit.
All right. I'm just, let this thing fly. I'll keep track of everything for you, Andrew. What else is going on in the wonderful world of boxing? I think there was a couple of other stories worth mentioning. Yes, I'm scrolling past many stories. You know why? None of them are funny or exciting or fights that I would personally watch. Andrew might. I'll prove it to you right now. Andrew, did you watch Showboxing last night?
No, I don't watch Showboxing.
Right, neither did I. You know how I judge whether or not I'm going to fight it? Either you watch it and tell me I need to watch it, or option number 2, I wait for my Facebook feed to blow up telling me I missed out on something epic. Then I have it on tape, and I can tape. How old am I? I have it on my DVR on an internal memory, right?
You have it on your beta?
I have it on tape. I have it on a record.
Yeah.
Fuck. Jesus Christ, I'm out of control today. All right. What? McGirt said he had a hard time with Kovalev?
Well, he should have. The guy's.
Oh, it wasn't difficult. Darn. I was hoping that McGirt would say he's an asshole.
No, he did, because he's facing prison time. There was no way Kovalev was going through
this.
Did
Kovalev even train for this fight?
I told people to bet on 5 rounds and under. I do not think his head is going to be right tonight. Those are some serious accusations, charges that he got put on him. Concussion, broken nose, broken jaw.
Oh, no, he fucked that chick up. I mean, dude, I'll say this. Kovalev's undefeated against women. I mean.
What a jerk.
That was epic. That was epic.
He just had a baby. The guy's in real jeopardy of losing the first 10 years of his kid's life being behind bars if he gets found guilty in this. I don't know how he trained for this fight. Alvarez has beat him once. The rematch came real fast, so it's not like Kovalev had time to adjust and change his style. I see Alvarez walking through him again tonight, and with all the distractions that he has outside of the ring, I think this will be it for Kovalev here today. PBC, here he comes.
You think he's a big enough draw that the PBC wants a piece of him later on?
Hell yeah. They'll take him. He'll fight Marcus Brown or whatever on a PBC card, get 1 paycheck, not fight for a year. This is all seeing that he's not found guilty in that case, which, I know Kovalev is proclaiming his innocence. Don't know if a girl would have took a beating like that for nothing. Right, Lee? If that's a pretty that's a big time setup if she really displaced a vertebrae, broke her jaw, and a concussion all on a lie. Come on.
Oh no, she's that's yeah. I just watched the slip and fall video.
That's the woman of the year for somebody if she did that for someone to set up Kovalev. I mean, come on.
I will say this for the next guy that dates her. If it's true and she just set him up and she's being a shitbag.
She walked into a wall.
I'm just literally going to say this. She would be tremendous in bed. That is certifiable crazy. I mean, that's Lorena Bobbitt cut off a dick crazy. Right?
It's like, Sergey, you're a professional boxer that they used to call the Crusher. Kind of crushed this girl's jaw in.
Oh, no, there's no doubt about what he did.
I don't know how he's going to get through tonight, you guys. I'm rooting for Alvarez big time to whoop his ass. Whenever we have a woman beater in the ring, I always go for the other guy. Yes, sir.
Javier Herrado writes, I hope Kovalev says at trial, if she dies, she dies. It's fucking epic. That's epic.
And you know what? They can literally bring in him saying his statements when he did talk about killing a man after killing a man.
Oh yeah, you can introduce that as evidence, no doubt.
Sir. That shows character.
Well, he has none.
No,
here's my feeling. Okay, wait, I'm going to give a political point of view, and nobody ever likes this political point of view. we put a lot of people in prison who really don't rightfully deserve to be there, correct?
Yes.
Okay, that's my caveat. Are they still not generally shitbags to begin with if they're even like rule out the people that are just completely I was in the wrong place at the wrong time, right? That's a really small
There's
percentage.
a 1%. Yeah, exactly. Right. Exactly. Most of the time they're repeat offenders is what
they're
you're saying.
Shitbags anyway, right?
Yeah,
they
they're
should
like
be swept up and put away.
They're like, I didn't murder that guy. They're like, yeah, but you were
but you did everything else. Right.
We looked at you like 3 times for other shootings, so we kind of thought you did this one too.
So, do I think that Kovalev actually did it? Who cares? He's in this position again. Like this is the second time, right? Didn't we just cover this? Like he's got other cases of weird shit happening with him.
He might have, yeah. Off top of my head, it's not coming back to me though. I don't know if a domestic. It might have been something with alcohol or something like that. I don't know if he's ever actually hit a woman before. What's bad about this case is how bad the injuries are from this punch. Those are. I mean, he hurt that woman bad. He's gonna go to prison if he's found guilty on that. You can't. Broken jaw was bad. And then now you're talking about a misplaced vertebrae. You're done. You're done, and you're going to be paying her the rest of her life. She's not going back to work. What does she do? Because she's saying she can't do it tomorrow.
Javier Gerardo writes, my granddaughter says hi. Dude, what are you doing?
Let her listen to this show, bro. What the fuck?
Yeah, no shit. I mean, don't get me wrong. I texted Andrew today. So I drove in the monsoon to go watch my daughter do color guard in San Diego. For those of you who don't understand color guard competitions in the winter, they're approximately 2 minutes and 30 seconds long. So I drove round trip 180 miles in torrential downpour to watch my daughter's first competition.
I love that sport though for that.
Dude, I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to physically say about it. It's so crazy. And if you thought their stories that they were telling at halftime, Andrew, were a little far-fetched, like their themes when you went to those competitions, wait till you see this shit. I mean, some of these presentations, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why is the girl gyrating in the chair? Another school had a girl gyrating in a chair. They might as well have been twerking. I realize this makes me old at this minute, especially for a high school kid to be twerking or gyrating or whatever. But I've got one now, so it's all fucked up. I mean, it's all over for us, Andrew.
Yeah.
It will happen to you. When's your first fall competition?
I have no idea. I know it's coming though.
What do you get told at the last minute and you just go?
I just go. Yes. Yes.
Oh, you're gonna love these. You are fucking gonna love these. Like I can't. It's in the gym at least, so it's at least a little bit better there. All right, I digress. We'll do a little bit.
That's awesome. Yes, that it's in the gym is a lot better.
Yes, it's the same price as watching the halftime band shit. It's the same $11 to $15. Oh. So it's a fucking scam again to watch. $11. Okay, let me break that down for you. That's $5 a minute I spent in that gym. I realize that doesn't sound like much until you multiply it out and it becomes an unreal amount of money. I digress.
We went to the tryouts the other day. And or I don't even know if they're tryouts, whatever they were doing, putting their groups in the power rankings or whatever, the schools. Yeah. Only half the girls showed up. My lady's like, oh yeah, they don't all have to show up because they don't know the routine yet, so they're just gonna go through what they know. We had to drive all the way out for it was like half the routine. It wasn't even the whole routine, Lee. They just threw some things up and we got out of there. It's like, man, this whatever makes them happy, Lee. Whatever makes them happy.
Let's power break a couple more stories that came up this week. I'm going to use their mailbag to power through these last couple of stories. These are sort of quick hits. You should have seen them. They were big news. Gennady Golovkin 2-fight deal. Dazin is official this week, Andrew.
Damn. Big money.
Yeah, for 2 fights. He got a better deal than Canelo.
Yeah. Yep. And that's kind of what that means. He's probably not going to be getting any easy opponents with those 2 fights.
Yep. I agree. And the other story that came down this week, we don't officially have a date or okay, we've got a fight for Golovkin. For Wilder Fury too, right? Or is that still up in the air
No,
as well?
that's still up in the air as well too. Yes.
So we signed the fight officially this past week.
You know what got signed?
What?
Baby Boy Miller, Big Baby
Oh yeah,
Miller.
he made the news around Monday, right? I remember seeing that.
They broke the jar. He is no longer a friend. He is now fucking.
Shout out to Javier's granddaughter on that one. What are you doing? Why is your I don't even understand that. I feel like we're going to hell for doing this show.
Well, that was his fault. He has had quite a long history of listening to us. There's no reason for him to be putting us anywhere near his grandchildren.
Kelly King still says you stole his thunder. Baby Boy Miller versus Joshua.
Yeah. Hey, we knew it was going to happen. Madison, we called it all the way. Madison Square Garden, his U.S. debut against Miller. It was Eddie Hearn had that in his back pocket there for a while. Everyone seems nobody wants to fight this guy. Look, Eddie Hearn, we've been posting it. Eddie Hearn has tried to get Joshua Fury, Wilder, Wyatt. They're all turning down fights. Either it's money, it's not a big percentage, it's not good enough guaranteed.
I'll say this about Canelo. He doesn't say shit. You know what? Wait, I'm gonna say this because it's gonna be something positive about Canelo for a rarity. He doesn't act like a bitch, at least. I mean, I'll give him the knee thing. That's probably a creative Oscar out of that fight, right? That's how he got out of that Triple G fight. That's a creative Oscar move. Like when you see shit like that, that's Oscar doing crazy shit and thinking, oh, this'll fly. Okay. I get that most of the public is stupid, and that's how you got your whole little steroid thing over his knee taken care of. But the reality is, Canelo doesn't he doesn't bitch or anything. He just takes whatever fights you put in front of him. I don't even think he actually cares who he fights.
That's right. No, that's why he's the number one ticket seller in the sport, and that's why I believe he will be considered one of the best fighters of this era. When it's all said and done, even with the loss to Floyd, is because he took on all comers. And right now he has a winning record against them. He has one defeat, and everything else has been solid. It's solid matchups after solid matchups. And I'm telling you, that Paul Williams fight, that would have been epic too if Canelo and him ever would have gotten in the ring. It was signed. It was supposed to happen. Paul Williams, we all know, got in the motorcycle accident. But you add that name to an already filled roster of all-star fights, Saul Alvarez is the real deal. He is a part of the old school.
Yes. And Kelly King, stop this shit. Canelo is not the truth. I'm listening to this. I've been leaving this on. You're not even watching this fucking kid I don't even have signed fuck up another one of my fighters. But having a bad night, Andrew. It's a fucking bad night.
Hey, he's American Indian. Isn't that flag? What is the flag?
I know, Andrew.
Oh, damn it. Come on, Bob.
By the way, I am a hater, Kelly King. Don't even get me started. I mean, I'm just being perfectly honest. I'm having a bad night. Goddamn Indian. Fucking beating one of my guys. He's taking the belt. He's taking the belt. Jesus Christ. Somebody get up there and do something. Deport him. Back to India.
No, he's not from India. That's
how it works. But you know shit, Andrew.
What a great.
All right, and what's this horse shit about Canelo, Andrew?
I'm sure. I think he is a top-ranked fighter. I think you're losing it a little, Bob, because the guy he knocked out had like 6 or 7 losses, I believe. So I think that was what.
I want to go back to this Canelo thing. It's fucking bothering me. Clearly, it's throwing me out of the game. So,
Terrence Crawford wishes.
Century, maybe since Muhammad Ali, for God's sakes.
Terrence Crawford wishes he had a resume of Saul Alvarez. How about that, Lee? Top rank, Bob. How about that? You cannot argue the resume of Saul Alvarez, and you add Daniel Jacobs now to this. He is clearly the man in the sport that is taking on all comers. Hey, props to De La Hoya. As a promoter, he's getting his guy the fights, right? We see all these other guys. Eddie Hearn right now is having a real hard time to get a legit opponent into Joshua. Maybe if Joshua was with Golden Boy, he had already gotten that opponent. I'm just saying. You got to look at De La Hoya, too, and give him props on the way he's managed Saul Alvarez's career.
Did Javier Gerardo, como se dice? Did he just write, we talking 7-Eleven India or Reservation Indian? Oh, India, not Indian, sorry. 7-Eleven Indian or Reservation Indian.
But
It's the same thing. I'm going to let you in on a secret.
Oh,
They're all the same thing.
Oh, my gosh. I thought it was a reservation.
Send them all back. God damn it. Build the wall. Build the wall. Build the wall.
You're so stupid.
And I am a Native American Indian, and I'm literally going to go to hell for that last sequence. Literally. How are they getting fighters out of that locker room so quickly?
So I know. I just
dude, they got 5 hours of boxing to fill, and they're cranking out fighters like they're Play-Doh from the back. Like, remember those little Play-Dohs you squish through the images? Like, it's just little fighters popping out and keep going.
That guy got knocked out. They're all, get the fuck out of the ring. We got another fight coming. They're like, hey, we got to check him out. Get out. Move it now.
Why is he wearing a soccer jersey, for God's sakes?
Lee, I literally thought they were replaying the last fight.
Jesus, that was fast. But that's not the reason you guys are listening to this show tonight. You're not listening to it for boxing news, even though we did that for the regulars of the show. I'll probably even put in the show notes where to fast forward it. We are here for one reason, Andrew. We are literally here for one reason. Why did you text me coffee? I'll take a breath during the show.
I was trying to text my lady, and I forgot I actually was watching the fights on my lady's phone, so she didn't get my text either.
Do you want to go get coffee, and I'll be
right back. All
right, I'm going to vamp and take questions from the floor. Callie, Javier, anybody who wants to put them in as we watch this next fight get set up. If you're watching the video, not really. I'm just putting constant pictures that were approved by Reuters. I guess that's how I have to say it. I probably am going to get in trouble for the video. What do I care? From an audio standpoint, I will go back to talking to everybody. First of all, go to fightnetradio.com, right? What you're looking at on the video is our fightnetradio.com page. It looks a lot like a Facebook page. This is exactly what it looks like, right? Click on follow. That's all we're asking. Like it and follow. That's it. Maybe click the share button. Hey, here's something original. Share the damn page. Get more people listening to it. Also, you can click on the test more, and that will take you over to Spotify, where you can find all the episodes available for either your Android or your Apple devices, or for those of you who have a fucking flip phone and live in some other century. I don't even know what that's about. The other thing I'd like to tell you guys about is go to fnr.rocks. That is our YouTube page. I'm trying to build it up. I'm trying to get people on it. I'm vamping, Andrew. That's what we call it in radio. That's what we call stretching. That'll take you to our Facebook page. I repost generally all the shows. It is audio. That's because one of our pages through one of our distribution services was cutting our shows up into 15-minute increments for some ridiculous reason. I don't know why. But like this show we're doing tonight, which is a special show because we're not going to be on tomorrow, and we're doing it live so you can see what we're looking at while we record the show, and actually have a couple of what we call the FNR regulars. Who are the FNR regulars? Well, if you join Fight Net Radio and you comment, post, repost, whatever, we will eventually invite you to join our chat bar. And it's a private chat, believe it or not. There is a select group of individuals who talk shit on boxing, sports, or just Paul Cuff not being into sports at all. Shout out to Paul Cuff. But it's a group chat bar. And on that group chat bar, we discuss everything. You name it. It's game on. We normally do live fights. We do all of that stuff. Andrew, are you ready now?
Yes, I am here.
All right. I'm just vamping and filling. FNR Rocks and fightnetradio.com. That's commercial in the middle. And why not? Just plug it. LasVegasDiscount.net for your next trip to Vegas, which I'm glad I didn't book. Can you imagine me driving my ass right now to fucking Vegas in this? There must be snow on that peak trying to get out of LA. I can't even imagine people either on Friday or today trying to get to Vegas in this weather. I'm just being honest. I would still do it because I'm an idiot. And if my woman officially green lights a Vegas trip, I'm going to go. I'll die on the trip because that's just the way it is. And for those of you going, oh, I'm going to check your man card, you got to ask your lady, fuck you. You don't have a chick. That's all there is to it. You just don't have a chick. Any guy who goes to Vegas by himself, okay, without his lady, you asked, all right? I don't care if you're a grown-ass man, you got your own business. The reality is we're all fucked. Everybody who's listening to this, generally speaking, Andrew, you'd have to have permission, correct?
Yep. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Doesn't check your man card at all. You have literally, there are people on this, and especially in the room right now, fucking manly-ass jobs. All of you, you're a bunch of, we're all bitches. We are our women's bitches. I don't know how they did it. Hashtag me too. Good for you guys. Clearly my coffee's kicking in. We are here to discuss one thing. If you look in the show notes, I'll give you the exact time and it'll be for right here. Hey, welcome to the Degenerates Guide to betting on the Super Bowl and talking about all things Super Bowl. If you're starting the show right here, rewind for God's sakes. We had great boxing talk. All right. Sounded like radio bullshit, but for those of you that did fast forward to right here, hi, Lee Honish, Andrew Labouche. He's a writer. I'm an asshole. That's the format of the show. Can you imagine people who are just listening to this for the first? What the fuck is this show? Yeah, we're going to actually, you can go watch the video, go to FNR Rocks for anybody who just fast forwarded to this part. I'm actually going to bet live on the screen in front of God and everybody, so I can't back out of my bet. Here's the fucked up part about not being in Vegas right off the gate, Andrew. I can't do a second half bet. I've literally decided I'm going to put all my bankroll on the front end. I'm just going to fucking let it fly. I'm just going for broke. When you're in Vegas, I always hold back because, well, I've got an extra 24 hours in Vegas before I have to go home. You can't blow your wad, right? And she's going to see if I drop the credit card into a slot, right? That's reality. So I got to play the approved money, period. And the only way for me to have a good 24 hours, right? Hookers and blow, that's the mantra of Fight Net Radio. I got to hit my bet on the front. So tonight, live, because I'm staying home, because I'm a bitch, and I didn't have permission, and I'm on a diet, and I guess it's raining in California. I guess it's dangerous. It's a great show, right, Andrew? I don't know why everybody doesn't think this is the greatest show ever. We're going to talk about this game. We're going to talk about it till your head explodes. You probably heard Bobby's rant at the beginning of the show. I will cover those things again when we talk about betting here in just a moment, just because it's amusing. All right, let's start right off. He tipped the ball, Andrew. All right. That's a rant from earlier. That's called a callback for people who are listening to the whole show. Let's start off right now. All week, the Super Bowl has been up the ass of Tom Brady, Jared Goff, coaches, Aqib Talib. You name it, they've had a camera up their ass and near to their nose. The only people who have not talked to the do you know the only thing at the Super Bowl? I know literally, this is a pretty mind-boggling fact. The only person who has not talked about the Super Bowl who is in Atlanta that will be physically in that stadium doing something for the Super Bowl. Do you know the only person who hasn't been interviewed?
Who?
Adam Levine of Maroon 5.
Shit.
Because they put him in a gag order and they stuck him in a room because of something about not playing the Super Bowl. Did you even follow the not playing a halftime show bullshit?
Oh, everyone's not playing it anymore. Yeah, no.
Yeah, Maroon 5 is. And they're getting paid a lot of money.
Well, I guess then what I mean is, didn't they try to get Cardi B to do the Super Bowl? She said no. They tried to
look, I get it. You guys are all in support of Colin Kaepernick. Okay. If Colin Kaepernick had the same talent as Tom Brady, we wouldn't be having this discussion. The reason he's not in the NFL is he's a shitty quarterback. It has nothing to do with his politics. I know everybody says that.
It is still affecting the NFL, though, because they're not being able to tap into the younger generation right now. I mean, come on, Gladys Knight and Phil fucking Collins the last time the Who, the last time the Rolling Stones. I mean, these are some dinosaurs, man, that you are pulling out to try to get somebody to tune into your halftime show. And I'm telling you what, Lee, I don't see too many people tuning into this year's halftime show.
I'm going to watch the WWE. They're going to put wrestling on at halftime again.
Yeah, they should, because Gladys Knight and Phil Collins. Are you fucking serious? Like,
no, the halftime show is Maroon 5. I mean, it's
is Gladys Knight doing the national anthem?
Yeah,
and then where's Phil Collins?
By the way, I'm going to give my first Sherlock bet of the night. So you guys just want to double your money? Here you go. You ready, Andrew?
Yeah.
National anthem is 1 minute and 47 seconds over under. It's Gladys Knight. Are you fucking kidding? Take the overs.
Take the over, baby. Yes.
I don't even think she can breathe in 1 minute and 47 seconds. How old is she, dude?
Hey, will she make it her own song? Should be the bet. Will she sing the national anthem, or on Monday are we gonna be like, what the fuck was that in the beginning?
All right. That's hilarious. And don't shit on Phil Collins. That's my era, okay?
I don't give a damn, man. They need to get out of those eras already, Lee. I'm just saying. There is multiple generations under Phil Collins that is not attached to those two people. They need to get away from that. And I don't know how they're going to do it.
$300 a seat to go see Phil Collins recently, or it was some ungodly, because he's going to die. Like, the reason we all paid that money to go see him, he's so old that there's a possibility he could die during your performance. Like, that's what you're paying money for. It's not the fact that he still sounds like Phil.
All of them. I mean, shit. Don't they say that about the Rolling Stones? Too?
Dude, I'm going to pay money. Could you imagine if I went on a night when Keith Richard actually drops? I was there. That's like Woodstock. That's some amazing. Yeah, forget that I, saw the last ever Rush concert. I saw both versions of Metallica before they went with, the new guy. That's a good way to shit on a really great bass player. But yeah, it's like seeing Pink Floyd before they broke up. I mean, that's the reality of music. Everybody wants that. Oh, I'm never going to see that shit again. You're right. Keith Richards drops dead while out on this tour. You are never going to see that again. That's a one-time trick. That's a Bugs Bunny blew yourself up with TNT one-time trick. It's pretty epic. But I digress. Let's move into the Super Bowl. Andrew, what were your takeaways from Bay Area Sports Radio talking the Super Bowl into the ground?
Still, they are upset at Tom Brady, at Belichick. The Bay Area cries a lot about these two because every time these two end up in the Super Bowl or a AFC Championship game, it dampens the Bill Walsh, Joe Montana is the greatest duo ever. So yeah, just a lot of crying out here all the time during these moments of Tom Brady's success. They always bring up the cheating, right? They got to bring that up almost every show.
Well, because he's a cheater, Andrew.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever. They all are. If you ain't,
every team cheating, does. They just got caught.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying to win. So
that's football. Oh, Bill doesn't do it anymore. He doesn't read lips. He doesn't have videotape.
Yes, it looks like someone's trying to pull an injury right now, Lee.
Here we go. Back to the live video.
Yeah, we're going to have to watch the replay on that one. Look at him. He's crying in the corner.
Ethiopian dude. He looked like he was Ethiopian. Or Indian from India. I could ask Bob, but I don't know if we want to go down that bunny hole with Bob.
Here's the replay.
He definitely looks India from India.
That's a good shot. That's a good shot. He's going to say it was a low blow. It looks good, Lee.
Oh, no, that's on the money.
Yeah.
Don't be a bitch.
Don't be a bitch.
Don't be a bitch. That's on the bell. We already had that talk.
Definitely not in the penis area.
Why is Michael Buffer the referee for this fight? Or at least it looks like Michael Buffer. That's a funny joke, too. All right. Let's talk about the game itself. What? A boxing show is talking about the actual bets? Yes, we are. And I'm going to actually place my bet live on the screen for you, dirtheads, on betonline.ag. I put it, you can see up at the top, I have an available balance of $200, Andrew. I'm going to put it all into play while we do this show live. All right. As we stand right now on Saturday night, I would imagine between now and tomorrow, people are going to be listening to this show. The Rams are plus 2.5 and the money line is plus 121.
What's that plus 350?
The what?
The plus 350 Rams New England Patriots. What's that mean?
Where?
Fourth line down, fifth line down. It says plus 350.
I don't understand anything happening in this section, to be perfectly honest. I've been trying. Nope. Who's going to be ahead at the end of the game? Or margin?
This is who's going to be ahead in the first half and then the second half. That's what that is right there.
Oh, you mean these over here to the right? Or
this right there, the New England at Los Angeles Rams double results. That double results, I believe, is first half, second half.
Okay.
So that's why it says New England as 140. That means they're going to be winning the whole game. New England, LA, New England's winning the first half. Rams win at the end is plus 550. That is your bet. That's the bet. I like that bet right there because I like New England to score first, but I like the Rams to get the victory, Lee.
That's not a bad bet, but you're about to
really
see
isn't.
the bet. I'm going to show you a money bet, and it actually dropped. No, it's still the same line. Ready?
Yes.
Los Angeles Rams to win by 1 to 6 points plus 275.
Ooh, wow.
Fuck yeah! Wait, because if you guys don't know anything about this, I'm a Rams fan, so I'm going to bet my team, right? So I'll take the money line at plus 121. To get to plus 275, I still got to play the overs and unders to even get in the ballpark of that, Andrew, right? So I got to gamble. It could go either way. This could be a shootout, and this could be a low, slow ground and pound with guys, Sonny Michel, did I get his name right? Michel, Gurley, CJ Anderson grounding this thing out, right, where it's 400 yards on the ground and 4 scores for all three. 56 is a tricky number. That's pretty close to the actual over-under. Or I've even got to include, the over-under for the team. But you're telling me as a fan, straight up, I could take the Rams, because I believe it's a field goal. Andrew and I are both going to talk about this. Plus 275? Let me put this into perspective for everybody. Plus 275 is my bet. All in, plus 275, right? As a straight bet, I'm going to risk $200 to win $550? Why am I not hitting the, bet this shit right now, man? This is pretty close.
Yeah, keep it moving. Don't waste it all on one shot.
See?
Go down some more. There's margin of victory. Now, what about first scores?
Okay, yeah, they've got all that shit. And by the way, let me give you, for those of you who skipped through Bobby's stuff, go back and listen to Bobby's stuff, please. It was really that good. I will give you the parlays from him again, Andrew. First of all, bet roughing the passer, because you guarantee it. He said it's like plus 175. It's a no-brainer. That's just giving money away. He guarantees that there will be a roughing the passer call in this game. I would agree.
Especially in today's NFL where they're calling almost anything next to the helmet now.
He said plus 110, overturning on a overturning a call on a replay is plus 110. He said, again, free money. Like, they're just giving money away. He goes, I guarantee there will be in a Super Bowl that gets overturned by replay. That's a no-brainer bet. He likes missed field goal. His big bet was Rob Gronkowski scoring first at 10-1. He goes, I know you guys hate it, but at 10-1, Gronk is your best bet. And he likes the lead change in the fourth, which was, again, like a plus 175 bet. Those are good bets, Andrew.
They really are. No, a lot of these look intriguing before the game.
Yeah, how are you going to bet on sacks? Do I think that they're
under 1.5 sacks? Oh, that's all plus 150. Wow. Right. That seems like a damn good bet too. 1.5 sacks in the Super Bowl. I feel
Rams. Like nobody's betting the Super Bowl, so they're just dangling all kinds of crazy shit out in front of us. I don't even know how you can get the Rams at plus 275 for a 1-6 score when everybody believes that this is going to be a close game. Everybody. I have not heard anybody say it won't be a close game.
It's been around 27-30. That's what I've seen. A lot of the final scores is sitting around. That's your field goal.
How do you lay off plus 800 that there's going to be an overtime? Both of their playoff games, Andrew, literally came down to the final plays of the game. So an overtime game for the Super Bowl isn't that far-fetched. Plus 800? That's crazy good money. That's a tough one to lay off, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
What else have we got? New England Patriots at LA Rams, race 10, blah, blah. Safety?
Yeah.
A safety deal. Plus 700?
I know there's been a lot of safeties lately. I don't like that bet, though. It seems like you're throwing money away. I like the for sure bets. Bobby had some good ones. I definitely like that sack and a half at plus 150. That just seems like a no-brainer in a Super Bowl. Like no one's going to touch these quarterbacks. Come on, these guys are playing their top game right here, especially the Rams D-line. I see them touching Brady.
Yep, there it is. 10-1. He still has Rob Gronkowski, correct. It's 10-1.
I'm looking at Rex Burkhead or Sonny Mitchell to score the first touchdowns for the Patriots.
Plus 1,200 if you get Rex. I mean, that's a hell of a bet, Andrew.
Rex Burkhead is their goal line guy. So if Brady can get his short passing all the way down the field, the Rams are going to have jitters. They're going to be nervous. You might see Belichick put up a game plan that gets them down the field fast on the first drive, and then you're going to hammer it in with Burkhead and Mitchell. Try to set the tone of the game. So that's where I would be leaning towards on the first touchdown. I love Gronk, but everyone's gunning for Gronk out there, right? All the cornerbacks, the safeties, they don't want to let Brady pick them apart like that on the first drive. I see Sonny Mitchell being used a lot on the outs, the little dump passes, the chip block, swing out to the side. I see them picking the Rams apart, who are going to be overplaying their defense in the first drive of the game because they've never been here, you guys. They will get settled in as the game carries on. But that first drive, you look at New England to score this thing first, and you look at the running backs to be the first ones that do it. Yeah,
I don't know. C.J. Anderson at 10-1, Todd Gurley plus 650.
But this is it. But see, I believe New England scores first because of experience. Once they get the ball, these guys are going to know how. They're all calm. They've been here before, Lee. This is their third Super Bowl in a row. The Rams, I think they're going to have to settle into this game, so I do not have them scoring first.
I have the Rams scoring first in my mind. I think they take the ball if they win the toss, and I think that sets the tone for the game. I think this is about out-bullying the biggest bully in the yard, because that's truthfully what this game's going to look like. I think it's going to be who's toughest, and then at the end, Belichick's going to be predictable, right?
No, he's not. What? Predictable? That man is not.
I don't want to break it to everybody, but there's enough game tape of Belichick to figure out his probabilities.
This is his Rams
He's going to be out-coached, right Andrew. Now. I think it's going to come down to coaching. He's going to get out-coached.
He said predictable.
He's going to get out-coached. Belichick's going to get out-coached.
If anything, one of the Rams players on defense is going to have to step up tremendously tomorrow. They're going to have to get this ball away from Brady at some point. We need a turnover to win this game late. If they cannot get a turnover on Brady in the second half, they will lose this game. But I like the Rams. I like the Rams because of what happened in the championship. Sorry, Lee. To me, I just can't get past it. There's something going on there with the NFL and Kroenke. So I like the Rams to win this thing late, like you said, by a field goal. So I like the 1 to 6 points.
1 to 6 at 275. How do I lay off of this? This is like money all day. Tell me to push the button, Andrew. Come on.
No. I don't want to tell you that. I don't want to tell you that.
My finger's on the button,
I thought if you were to put 20 of that on Burkhead, what do you win on plus 1,200?
All right. So we're just going to randomly pick somebody and fucking go for broke. Look, I can't.
No. I'm just saying on plus 1,200.
Okay, if the Raiders were in there against, say, New Orleans, right? And the New Orleans Saints were running and pounding the ball all day, right? Would you bet any bet against your team?
No, I never bet against the Raiders.
Right. I have to pick a
Oh,
Ram.
I hear what you're saying. Okay, I get what you're
So
saying.
if we believe that, right, and we're going, I'm just going to be a fucking homer tomorrow, okay? So I'm prepared to drop 50 on a crazy bet. I'll put $1.50 on the easy money. How's that?
Yeah.
All right. Let's break this down, Andrew. If we're going homer and we're all Rams fans, which I am, it's going to have to be Todd Gurley, bro. They're going to give it to him at the goal line if they're down there. If it's not a runaway pass play, which I still think Belichick's defenses, I'll say this, they don't miss their tackles very frequently. So I don't see them getting behind. I'm sure Belichick's figured out to not let these guys get behind. Let them make the plays, stop them where they are is the way he likes his defense, right? So I don't see any runaway passes in the opening of this game. What is it for Tyler? What's his name for the Rams? Tyler Higbee? How crazy would that bet be? Go to your tight end who you've been using in these short down plays that it's a roll off to.
I mean, look at their wide receivers though. You might be onto something. They got some heavy numbers out here for some of their biggest guys.
Tyler Higbee, 2,000. That's 21, Andrew. 20 to motherfucking 1.
Yeah, Brandon Cooks is 12-1. I mean, Robert Woods is 12-1. These are their name. Who else is going to score if it ain't one of these guys?
Okay, so let's talk about Cooks. Do you think he's got to stick up his ass about, having previously played with them?
Played with them, yeah. And he's a burner. I mean, they might come out and throw that fucking ball 50 yards on the first throw.
Straight for a touchdown.
The team is young enough to do something that crazy. You know what I mean? Right. Something to get them out of their nerves. Get all the, hey, now we're playing ball. Let's go. Play action. First play. You know what I'm saying? Cooks, you just run. Believe me, they ain't gonna I don't see the refs allowing a hold on the first play of the game. So let Cooks go.
All right. You talked me into one crazy bet. I don't know how crazy it's gonna be. But I'm gonna put the bulk of my wad. I'll go 175 on the easy money. I'll win 481, 25. I'm going to place that bet, Andrew. And I'm going to put 25 on one of these crazy ass who scores first things.
Okay.
All right, that bet is down, Andrew. 481 on 175 that's just good money. All right. Double check my bankroll. I should have $25 to bet.
Wait a minute. You put 175 on the first touchdown thing?
No. I bet 175 for the Rams to win 1-6.
Oh, okay. Good. There you go.
I'm going to confirm the bet. That ticket is printed. I have $25 left to bet on one of your fucking crazy ass picks, Andrew. We're going to do this together. All right. So I got to be a homer. Say it's going to be the Rams. But Sean McVay's smart, right? So they're at the goal line. What's the Jared Goff money on a sneak?
Oh, it was like $3,000.
Right?
33-1.
33-1, bro. That's tough. McVay, I still think you'd try Gurley the first time, wouldn't you? I mean, There's no way you'd go around at the goal line. If you're within the first 5 to 10 yards, right, you're going to jam Gurley down their throats. I would assume that.
You're going to jam Gurley down? Yeah, but the Rams are so explosive. Lee, you can actually go with anything here. Because Robert Woods and Cooks is used a lot with Goff, too.
I like the Tyler Higbee pick. We've seen it in the playoffs. They've been doing this roll-off play to Higbee, right? When they need a first down or they need a touchdown or the 2-point conversion, they've been doing the tight end roll-off on Tyler Higbee. Dude, that's a good bet. So at plus 2,000, let's just see what this does, shall we? And I'm going to bet my $25. I make $500 if that hits.
How many?
That's fucking crazy, Andrew.
Yeah.
I mean, it's...
that would be McVay thinking outside the box, right? Going to Higbee on the first touchdown. Yeah, I mean, you know more about Tyler Higbee than I do. I'm looking at more of either the 2 wide receivers or Todd Gurley.
Okay.
I really like that Cooks. I really like Cooks, man, because Is there a guy fast enough on New England that could keep up with him on the first play of the game? Or the first few plays. Let's say the first drive, McVay says, we're going to go deep. We're going to do this one time. I really like that play, too, when you have a young team like this, Lee, because if it's successful, even if it's not a touchdown, but if you can hit a 50-yard bomb on the first drive, oh, yeah, your offense is moving now, right? Now you got play action going. You got Gurley's gets a better chance at breaking a run here because you just hit him with the bomb. I really do like Jared Goff coming out and throwing this ball heavy on their first drive if it is the Rams that gets the ball first. And then if it is New England, I see New England trying to set the tone.
Yeah, of course they
yeah.
will.
Yeah.
No, that's logical. All right, Andrew, I'm going to take your advice because we're going to share this together on the $25. All right?
All right.
We're going to put $25 plus, and by the way, if you're listening to this, bet your heart because this is literally that random. It could be Jared Goff. If it's Tyler Higbee,
yes.
Look, I'm willing to lose the $500 just so I can tell Andrew for the rest of my life, you're the one who talked me into this bet. So I'm good no matter what.
Well, it's Higbee on a 60-yarder.
It's literally worth the money to me, all right, to take the plus 1,200 to take Brandon Cooks for $25. And if Andrew's right, he will be happy indefinitely telling me how he predicted this first play. Trust me, this is a win-win across the board. If he gets Sonny Michel on the other side, he's covered that bet. I mean, he's hedged his bet on this whole thing. So kudos to him. All right. I'm going to place my bet. I'm going to confirm that I am taking Brandon Cooks plus 1,200 to win 3. It's a fucking crazy bet, dude. This is just, you got to bet. You got to go all the way with your team. There it is. All my money's in play.
And I like the little angle. He's going up against a former team. He might be asking McVay, give me one shot. Give me one shot to prove them what they did wrong in the Super Bowl, right? Just let him go, man. That kid's gonna have so much speed on the first drive. That's a good one. I like it, Lee. I like a lot of these bets, though. I'm glad I don't live in Vegas, man, because I'd be all over the place.
This is online. I'm online. They took a
I don't like
card
no. I don't like the online shit.
I don't either. But what am I gonna do? I gotta bet on this. My team's in the Super Bowl. I gotta do
that. No, I would have found my way over to Reno if it was the Raiders. If I can't make the game or make Las Vegas, I would be in Reno if it was the Raiders.
Yeah, it has to go down that way. AP really is my Darkwing Duck to his mega. What are you talking about, Javier? His name is also Javier. AP Andrew. He really is my Darkwing Duck to his megavolt. I read that out loud. Is your granddaughter writing? Because I have no idea what you just wrote in the chat.
Someone's drunk.
From Callie King, good prediction on Lee. I am telling everybody, like I've already cleared this with Bobby. Okay, listen to Bobby on the prop bets. Bobby is, if you're putting $100 on each of his props, and I asked him, he goes, he's got a couple $100 on each of his prop bets. He goes, they'll pay. He goes, I'm gonna make money. There are Javier Jurado, fuck the Patriots. I agree. Here's the thing that I learned this week, Andrew, and I have to say it so it's somewhere recorded so anybody can throw it in my face. The thing that I hated most this week is finding out that Tom Brady is actually a pretty good dude. He just is. He married a supermodel. He's a nice guy.
Yeah. Hey, he's never
not
been
an
involved.
Asshole. He's not in trouble. He doesn't beat his wife. He's so apple pie normal that when he did that thing with the kids, what do we say to the haters? We love them back. I was hoping in his mind he was saying, fuck the haters. But he didn't. He was genuine, and it just makes me sad that he's like a nice guy. He's really nice, Andrew. He doesn't have a social distortion tattoo on his wrist.
You don't have a story about his security guards blocking a bathroom door while he takes advantage of an 18-year-old in a 21-year-old and up bar? He doesn't have that story?
No, and he's not secretly gay, killing off people that knew he was secretly gay either. I mean, we could just go with fucking patriots that are shitbags, Andrew. I mean, I don't even know how that's not even a story this week. Are we just still going to sweep Aaron under the fucking mat and just let, that's just a dark part of the Patriots history. How about how you fucked a quarterback to get Tom Brady in there? But, hey, who am I?
I'm going to tell you the last bet that I really like is New England leading in the first half, the Rams winning the game at plus 550. That bet is intriguing, and the plus 1,200 tied in the first half, Rams winning in the end, plus 1,200. These are some solid bets.
Could you imagine? Woo!
Yep.
There you guys go. That's the all-encompassing Degenerates guide on how to bet the fights while we also watch pictures. We're just watching pictures, Andrew. We're not really watching video of fights in the background occasionally because I don't want to get in trouble with ESPN and everybody else. I did read that, Javier. I did read fuck the Patriots. And you know what? Fuck New Orleans. I'll say that too. You guys are all a bunch of fucking... Everybody who hates on the Rams, you know why you're hating on the Rams? Because it's not your team. So fuck you.
I was going for the Rams, but that was a hard one to swallow. I know I've been calling this shit a fix for a long time. Everyone thought I was crazy in my head. Social media has put the NFL on blast because everyone posts videos now of their teams being screwed on a weekly basis. It seems like it's getting worse. I believe they're getting us ready for gambling. So that's just my...
I would hope so, because I don't want to bet in Antigua again next year if I'm still on my diet. Do you want to hear about what I'm eating tomorrow? That's all keto friendly. Okay.
No.
It's not as bad as
fucking diet food.
It's not going to sound that bad. And the only reason I'm doing this is because of a couple of the FNR regulars are on stupid ass low carb diets like me. So tell me if this doesn't sound okay. I'm going to have bacon wrapped jalapenos with cheese and sausage stuffed in them.
Okay.
I found this one on Yahoo, and it's a regular. They're little burger bites. They were doing it with like meatballs and then basically turning them into basically burgers on top of a meatball that you could dip in the sauce of your choice. I went to In-N-Out, got the sauce. I actually bought little slider burgers. I'm going to stack them with all the good parts, including grilled onions. Little stick in the top of that. You can dip it in the In-N-Out sauce. There's just no bun. Okay? Not terrible.
Very nice. Yes.
Right. The third dish, I got the low-carb tortillas to make tacos, quesadillas, and also some dips. I haven't decided if I'm doing queso fundido yet. I do like queso fundido. Holy shit, I love queso fundido. And lastly, I have, I'm going to give everybody my biggest secret for still getting grease in your low-carb diet. Dolores chili. Holy shit, Andrew. It only has 4 grams of carbs per X amount. Like, it's non-existent. So Dolores chili with double the cheese. Then what you do is you take hot dogs, you wrap them with jalapenos in a slice of cheese, and then stick them like a corn dog. They don't have a bun. They don't have batter. You can dip them in the chili and the cheese with the onions. None of this sounds shitty, does it?
No, it doesn't. It also doesn't sound like a diet either.
It's 100% a low-carb diet.
All right.
There will be no carbs in my day.
I'm hearing bacon. I'm hearing hot dogs. I'm hearing sliders.
Oh, I'm not saying the calorie count isn't going to be through the roof. I'm just saying, well, you understand low carb, right? It doesn't matter the calories. It matters the amount of fat and how many carbs I get. Yes. And, of course, for dips and chips, this is the shitty part that you wouldn't like. There'll be either ranch or I have another blue cheese type dip and sliced cucumbers as the quote-unquote potato chip of the day. Yeah, that part's shitty. Who doesn't like dips and chip? Like, that's fucking un-American almost.
I'll send you what I make tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe I'll go talk to you.
It'd be a pizza.
No, I don't want. I'm not a pizza guy. I only eat pizza in the city. I told you that.
Wow, that's a good prop bet. Javier Gerardo is going to close out the show with the prop bet of prop bets, Andrew. You and I will bet on this, okay?
What?
This will be for dinner next time we go to Fresno or whatever, okay? I'll set the line. Will Jesse Vargas be at the Super Bowl?
Oh, shit. Not only that, he's gonna be there sitting with like Robert Kraft in the New England.
Right. It's going to be so fucked up that I won't be able to handle myself. Or just in it. Or do you want to make it so that it's an even tougher bet for you to say yes or no to, Andrew? Because he was just literally in East LA today buying a Chevy. Okay, so I'm going to give you a little bit of a hedge to this bet. By the way, hello to Ruben Steff, who made it into the room. Type something in before the end of the show and we'll get it onto the air for you, Ruben. And we appreciate you being here. Okay, this is a good bet, Javier. This is a really good bet. I'm going to even make it harder. He's just in the city of Atlanta. Ooh. So, on Friday or today, he buys a Chevy truck in Monterey Park, California. Literally about an hour away from LAX, right? We do have rains. I don't know if they were grounded, but I'm not even going to go there. Andrew?
What?
I'm going to make the bet too hard for you to pass on.
What is it?
All right. Here's the yes-no bet. You and I are betting. I'm going to play the house. I'm going to try to get you to bet on the yes bet. If you take the yes bet to being in Atlanta or at the Super Bowl, I'm just going to go with Atlanta, okay? Plus 3 dinners. I buy him anyway. How do you? This is a no-lose bet for you anyway. I buy dinner all the time anyway. But all right.
He will be there. That he will be there.
Plus 3 dinners on a yes.
You know what? I think Al Heyman's gonna have all of his fighters there.
Javier Jurado's on the yes bet.
Swear to God, these guys get into all.
It's got to be plus 300, right? Yes has to be about a plus 300 or 400 because I'm telling you, you guys think I'm fucking joking about this shit. He just bought, I'll even look it up right now because I'm obsessed with Jesse Vargas. Jesse, who is part of my Facebook timeline because I follow him all the time. And yes, that's a real thing. He only has 7,000 followers, which I just find remarkably sad in a strange way. Like look at the number of followers he has. It's really small. This is his real timeline. Dude, we have more people following Fight Net Radio than Jesse Vargas does. Okay, sorry. I'm having a moment. This is yesterday, all right? Monterey Park, California. That's 20 minutes from me, Andrew. He's in East LA buying a Chevy. I'm going to say something racist, but I have Javier to back this up. Is that not the most Mexican thing he can do, Javier? I mean, seriously, a Chevy in East LA for his dad. Dude, that is just fucking crazy to me.
It would be Mexican if it was 4-wheel drive. He
doesn't say which one he bought. Exactly. He's just standing there. I want to believe. Yes, Holmes. That's funny, Javier. Since I went to Montebello to get my carne asada for the game, I'm completely in line with this.
He's Chicano. If it's not 4-wheel drive, he's Mexican. It is 4-wheel drive.
Dude, I think he's like ghetto-y. And this I don't get. What's he doing at the fucking wild card, Andrew?
Well, he's training with Freddie Roach, as you see there.
Stop it. I don't want to hate on Freddie Roach. I said that earlier in a post.
His trainer.
Is it official? Just because you trained there doesn't make it official. He bought a Silverado. And I'm torn on this one. Javier Jurado writes, the most Mexican thing is if he got that truck for free.
That's not right.
And there's a real Javier Jurado, by the way. You can check him out on Fight Net Radio, just so you don't think this is Andrew and I doing fucking shtick. I almost feel like I need to reprint what people write in the comments section, just so you and I don't get labeled with some of these comments. Ruben, nothing to contribute. Just saw Teofimo steal the show and Kovalev to bite. Nothing to contribute.
I was like,
Teofimo steal the show.
Will steal the show.
You're very welcome, Ruben. We did cover Teofimo. And Kovalev to bite Alvarez's ear off. By the way, since we're doing crazy bets, Kovalev Alvarez ending in a DQ, Andrew. I'll say, would you be on it?
Yeah, there's a
plus. It would have to be a plus number, right? I'll set the line plus 300. So 3-1 that it ends by DQ.
Well, actually, that would be in a knockout bet. Remember, a DQ goes under a knockout for the winner. In the not when you take Alvarez by knockout, the DQ is attached to that.
No, I get that, but we're doing Fight Net Radio bets. You still haven't even bet on whether or not he's going to be in Atlanta yet, which I think is the awesome bet. By the way, kudos to Javier on the bet of the day. Like, will this man be at the Super Bowl? And if you think that I'm joking about everywhere that he is, let's just throw you guys like I'm giddy. I'm sorry, I just am. Talking about Jesse Vargas to end the show just makes me fucking giddy. I don't know why I'm so obsessed. Look at these photo lines. He's in Vegas. Like, he's all over the place. Look at this. He's in Mexico with his family. Look at all these photos. He's unbelievable.
Like
he's in the mountains. He went up to Reno and Tahoe.
That was like on a weekend.
Right. I think this is Colorado even, which is even more funnier. More funnier. That's not good English. But look at this guy. He's at the fights. He is literally, where's the fuck is Waldo? He's awesome. I don't know why he amped his game up after Christmas, but I have gotten updates on every location where he's been, and I am fascinated with his life. He is the most interesting man in boxing because he's a shitty boxer. Like, he's living the life on the PBC dime, Andrew.
Yeah.
And now he's being trained by Freddie Roach.
Hopefully he's saving some of those dimes, though, right? He's got to be saved because he's not really breaking the bank, Lee.
Based on these crazy photos, Andrew, and everywhere that Carmen Sandiego has been.
We've seen pictures live before on social media.
Plus 300, Andrew, on the yes bet. And I'll say this, it's probably minus 1.5.
I told you, not only am I going yes, but I'm going he will be in the suite with Robert Kraft.
In the Kraft suite, I'd have to probably go 10-1. I'd probably have to go plus 1,000 on that bad boy. Javier Jurado is officially drunk. I hope this was enjoyable while you were drunk. Kovalev breaks Alvarez's spine like a bad Chinga movie. I don't know what a Chinga movie is. And you're drunk, so it's very questionable. Did we have a good live broadcast? Is everybody happy? Did we create value for the regulars here?
Yes, I think we got to come back Sunday night if we can, though. Not only do we have
we can do a wrap-up show on Sunday.
We got to do a wrap-up show. Not only do we have 2 good fights tonight, but we have the Super Bowl and we have the bets. We got to come back and see how our bets do.
Oh, my God. Can you imagine if I hit those fucking bets, Andrew? By the way, they go back to the credit card, which once again, I hate to say it, I don't see any of that money. Like, no matter how you slice this, I'm not in Vegas, so I'm not going to have hookers and blow money at the end of the night. Like, it's
the other day I said, hey, babe, taxes are coming soon. We're going to be fine. We're going to be set. Bills will be paid. She said, calm down, cowboy. You know how much that scared me? Do you know what has she been doing, Lee, that I don't know about? Now, all of a sudden, I'm not going to cover.
She's nesting, dude. She's going to have another kid. You know this.
Yeah. Calm down, cowboy. She don't really talk like that. That means there's something there that I don't know about. there's a $7,000 bill somewhere that I'm not being told about, Lee.
It's funny because I'm her role in this house. So I just usually get called into the principal's office and go, what is this 200? Like, this happened the other day on this bet. She's like, some online something is trying to charge $200 to one of the credit cards. Maybe.
Hey, talk about principal's office. So my son.
The stabber?
No. He was shooting people. Remember, play guns.
Shooting people with the fake. Okay, well, I got to keep it straight. You're the shooter.
Yeah.
Okay, you're the stabber. He's the shooter. Got it straight. For those of you who don't know, go into the archives. Andrew used to shank people in grade school. His son makes gats. If you refer to him as a gat, that's even funnier.
The beginning of January, student of the month gets to bring home a little stuffed hawk. I guess it's the mascot of the school. He's all cool. January 31st, calls a kid asshole in class, gets in trouble.
Oh,
the teacher was
lost the bragging.
Hey, it was on January 31st, so at least he went the month. but
Yeah,
he did get in.
my daughter had that. She had Brag and Dragon. It was called Brag and Dragon. Like you
Yeah.
sold the most cookies, you were the best kid, you read the most
Right.
books. Right. Yeah.
I said, what did he do? I sat Junior down. I said, what did he do to make you say that? He just shrugged his shoulders. I don't know. I said, Junior, you can't.
Yeah, he was an ass.
Well, that would have been
I
fine.
could see you being understanding if he did.
Yes.
Yeah, he was an asshole.
That's, don't say it to where the teachers can hear it, would have been my advice.
Right.
But he did. I said, you got to give me an answer. You can't just shrug your shoulders. I don't know. And then he started crying. I was like, all right, get out of here. Don't talk like that anymore. But yeah, he got in trouble again. So we needed to talk to him. And that's it.
No, that's Jenga, Javier. Okay, so now I read Javier's comment now because he said it wrong. He put Jenga. That was very Mexican of you to say Jenga instead of Jenga.
And that's so white of you to correct that.
It's an African game because
that's so white of you to correct that one. Though.
I know, but that's part of the show's charm. By the way, if you're listening to this for the first time, yeah, it's part of the show. I correct grammar because I'm a white guy. And I'm Native American Indian who just made some tremendous Native American Indian rants that if my grandfather were alive and heard, he would literally beat me to death.
Hey, you see that? Who's the lady politician that came out and said she was Indian?
Oh, yeah, the one who's won Pocahontas. What,
yeah.
118th, 200th or whatever?
I guess she went back to the tribe this week and apologized. She said, everyone that grows up in, where was it, Minnesota, I think she was.
Do we still have female listeners to this show?
She was like, a lot of our family history.
I'd use the C word right here if it didn't get me a hashtag
don't,
me
dude.
too.
No. Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, like
she's running for office, though.
Sister, and yeah, Pocahontas is running. And the only reason look, before everybody writes, oh, Lee's a Trump guy. I'm not a Trump guy. I hate all politicians.
No.
I hate all of them.
Yeah.
I hate all of them. They all got to go. All of them, okay? All of them got to go. If I were president by Lee Honish, you all got to go. I'm not going to approve anything.
You're going to clear the swamp.
You guys got to go. Get your shit. Get out of the house. You got to get out. You all got to go. Got to go. I am so sick of the shit in Washington. It's almost ridiculous. So the game Jenga. Let's try Javier's comments with the correct word now put into place. Okay. Let's see if his comments were that much better. Let me find the line, what he wrote. Where is it with the correct word? Okay, yeah, I get the Jenga thing. I just want to make sure that I got your comments correct the first time because it was so fucking confusing because Jenga, what? Carmen San Diego, nothing to contribute. He got it for free. Alvarez's spine. Did I just miss your comment about? Oh my God! And you even got okay. Kovalev breaks Alvarez's spine like a bad Jenga move. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
You know what's sad is I knew that when you first time you said it, bro.
Dude, you're part Mexican. Like I expected you to like, you know the Jenga game. You know, we're going to play the Jenga game.
Yeah, you're a jerk, Lee. You're part Mexican.
Being from the Bay Area automatically makes you part Mexican. Like that's.
Well, I am. No, I am. But I did understand what the man was writing when.
I think you can get. I think if you're a Raider fan, you are automatically part Hispanic and part African American just by being. Like you can be a white guy, but I guarantee it. You listen to rap, and you're listening to Tejano music after the game.
I will tell you.
Drinking a 40 of something that nobody else would drink.
Now that you have me on Jesse Vargas's photos, it does seem life is better for Vargas with the PBC than it was for Top Rank.
Oh, he was a shitty fighter before.
Bob
wasn't doing anything with him.
I'll tell you why, though. I'll tell you why. Bob probably keeps it real with you. Hey, kid, you're only going to make so much money because you suck, right? There's no market behind you. I think Bob, literally keeps it real with some of his fighters that he knows is not going to be his cash cows. where Al Heyman overpays everyone. You know, we don't know what he's taking from them, but their money looks good on paper. So I would say that Jesse Vargas's life has improved since switching over to the PBC from Top Rank.
Andrew, you're perfectly correct. Brilliant. Well, let me tell you about Jesse Vargas. I know because you guys all want, more Bob. Can I do this on video just so you guys can see how stupid this fucking thing is to do Bob? All right, hold on.
Just for the regulars, one time. I don't even know if it'll actually exist in actual video. There you go, Andrew. This is what it looks like to be Bob. By the way, $5. Gotta love Amazon.
Andrew, let me tell you about this Jesse Vargas kid. So I found this kid. Did you know he's an illegal alien to begin with?
Oh, shit. No, I didn't.
So I smuggled him all in as part of the European exchange. I put him on a freighter, put him back through Europe, him and his family. I think somebody died in the transit, but who cares? I mean, who cares, right? I got Vargas. Kid was pretty good. Picked up English really fast. Good for him. He integrated into society. Blah, 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 blah. Moved him out to Vegas, got him a trainer, and then I had Pacquiao beat the shit out of him. And after that fight, I basically told him, you suck, kid. I mean, you legitimately suck. But I can give you the number of Al Heyman, who doesn't seem to give a shit about average shitty fighters.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Fought for a title in his next fight.
Yeah, right. Right. I offered him Crawford as his next fight. He said no. I can't imagine why. What have we learned, Andrew?
Rams are going to win. Kovalev's going to get knocked out. Teofimo Lopez is going to be tested tonight. That's the big fight.
Dude, I got a grand on 200 playing right now, Andrew. It's not hookers and blow money, but that'd be a good evening in Vegas.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
I'm not going to get a dime of that money, man. Not a dime. It's tragic. I feel like such a bitch not being in Vegas right now. She's not here. She just left. So I can talk openly because she can hear through the walls. She can fucking hear through the walls. And then here's exactly what she would say. She doesn't listen to the show. Thank God. This is exactly what she would say. It makes me feel really bad that, you really wanted to go to the game. I mean, I would have sent you could have gone to Vegas. I would have said yes. No, you wouldn't have. No, you wouldn't have. I've been looking at prices all week. What are you talking about? Oh, well, I digress. So let's wrap it up, and we can all go watch Kovalev and whatever the fuck's going to happen there. Teofimo's coming up, right?
7? It starts at 7.
Everything's going to start at 7 o'clock, so we got 10 minutes. We timed this out perfectly. We gave our regulars a live video show. I even gave you some live video to see the behind the scenes of how the craziness of this is. And I said digress again. Yes. Yes, but I digress. What movie is that from? Where am I stealing that from? I know I'm stealing that from a movie. That's where I originally stole it from. But it's in my lexicon. Ooh, good word for the white guy. Go to fightnetradio.com. I feel like that's Wayne and Garth. Like that's Wayne from Wayne's World, right?
You might be right. That does sound like.
Oh, Wayne, but I digress. Yeah, no, it's Wayne's World. It's definitely Wayne's World now. Again, white guys. It's a very racially motivated show. Type in fightnetradio.com, just like I am. And guess what? It will take you to our Facebook page. You know what people tell me all the time? But I don't have Facebook. Okay, I don't know what to tell you. Everybody else in the known universe is, but I will show you what happens when you go to the Fight Net Radio page and you don't have an account. Just as a discussion point. fightnetradio.com. I actually got this email back from a real estate agent during the day job who said, I don't have a Facebook page. Asshole. I understand people don't have, you could still access the page, even if you don't have an account. And guess what? Even without an account, you can click on learn more. By the way, I'm doing this in private viewer mode. Okay. I'm not logged in. Click on learn more. Guess what? It's still going to take you to Spotify.
Nice.
So you can get the show. Oh, I don't have a YouTube account. Okay, that's really crazy. I don't even understand the logic on that. Type in FNR Rocks, and you could watch live video of me and Andrew acting like complete fools, hopped up on coffee on a Saturday night. How do you beat that shit? And there you go. There's our Fight Net Radio page with all one subscriber. By the way, he's in the United. Shout out to him. He's in the UAB. Did I get that? United Aramati. Those guys. People with money. UA. The UA. United Emirates. Did I get that right?
Yep.
I don't know. But we do have content up there. Pretty soon this is going to convert. Andrew, I don't want to give anything away on what I'm planning for the summer for us. I have been looking for multiple platforms to expand the FightNet Radio universe. And I will say that I am in communication currently with what is deemed a YouTube influencer. And
nice.
Which is why we've kind of moved over to a video format to create a catalog. Get it? Mm-hmm. That means FightNet Radio will blow up, and then I'll become politically correct, and then I'll do something stupid. I'm thinking about this for a commercial. Let me try it out on you, Andrew.
You're gonna get into the fights. Come on, wrap this up.
All right. I'll save it for Sunday night. So This is the end of part 2 of our 3-part episode. Sunday night we'll be back. Andrew and I will be back. We'll record a show, put it out through our normal channels. It'll be available on our FNR Rocks page or our FightNetRadio.com page. And we really appreciate all of you listening. Go Rams.